Autumn has been beautiful here in Virginia, but with December on the way and daylight savings time, our long days have turned into cool evenings, sitting by the fire, drinking tea and homemade bone broth, cuddling underneath a blanket and a cat. In fact, we just found out we're in for a really chilly one. There's a cold front coming through that's going to drive our overnight low down to 19 degrees. That could be a problem. Our van is well insulated, but it's not totally freeze-proof, and we've made it a personal goal never to winterize it if we don't have to. The coldest we ever had her was last Thanksgiving in Ohio. We spent a week with highs around 35 and lows in the mid-20s, and that was manageable with our propane furnace running, but we don't want to risk any freeze damage. So we have to make a strategy to avoid this one-night cold snap. Looking at the weather out on the coast, with warm air coming off the Atlantic, it's actually going to be about 15 degrees warmer in the Outer Banks. So we looked online and booked a awesome-looking beachfront campground in Nags Head, North Carolina, and we leave in the morning. A few miles back, we rolled across the North Carolina border from Virginia. Our escape mission has taken us down through Virginia's cotton country, where we stopped at a cute little church and got a couple shots of the cotton fields and saw our first cotton bales, which I didn't know existed. Huge round bales of cotton wrapped in bright pink and yellow, like hay bales where we're from, and loose cotton just blown on the sides of the road, like probably coming off the bales as they go down the road, I guess. It's pretty cool to see. It's like snow drifts. So that's new for us. We're going through the farm country because we've chosen the blue highways, as it were, instead of the interstate, which is usually a good time. You get to see what life's actually like in this part of the country. We'd have missed all the cotton fields and had to cut through Norfolk, and it gets busy. There's commuters and all the federal stuff over there. I think this was the right choice, even if it's a little slower. They're playing Bare Naked Ladies at the gas station. It's getting dark on us. We made it out onto the island. On the way out here, we saw a couple local seafood restaurants, which got us thinking, wait, we're really hungry. We stopped and had lunch at that church, well, breakfast. But it's time to eat again, and we looked on Google Maps and we found an Oyster Bar. Believe it or not, as much as I love food and seafood and salt and everything, I've never had a raw oyster. I used to work at Red Lobster, so she's been there before. But it's a Red Lobster oyster, right? We're out on our way to Nags Head, so what better place to try something that might be a little special? This place we're going, it looks like they have a few different varieties of oysters from lots of local areas, so we'll see what this is like. Sound fun?
Definitely. I'm trying to drive, man.
Turn the light off.
Huh? It's kind of neat, but I feel like I'm sneaking in the back way.
This grill's actually like inside a development called Pirates Cove.
Well, I think we should try all of them. Is that insane?
I'm a little nervous. I've never had an oyster before, not raw. Being from Ohio, they don't have oysters in Lake Erie that I know of. But how could they not be good? How could they not be good? I love salt. I love seafood. I'll eat anything that comes out of the water. They've got 6 different kinds. Well, 5 and middle neck clams. And they have them all listed out here like wines. I think in different characteristics, so I'm excited.
We just ordered 2 dozen, so hopefully we like them.
All right, here goes nothing. I'm gonna try a Kinnikite first. Clean and crisp with ample salinity from Avon, North Carolina. Now I'm supposed to scoop it a little bit so it'll come loose, right? Okay. And then down the hatch. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, I like it. I like it.
It's too bright. It's too bright.
There we go. Well, that was super cool. First time having oysters, and what better place? And all the oysters that we ate were from the local area, like the island we're on, which is really cool. We've got another 15 minutes down the island to our campsite. We're going to get there in the dark, which isn't my favorite, but well, maybe we'll go have a look around in the daylight tomorrow. Time for breakfast. You stay in there. You don't like the beach. It's just a big bathtub. You won't like it.
Funny to be escaping the cold and leaving the windows open for the cat. It's too warm today.
Ooh, the wind.
I feel really guilty walking through the dunes, but there's a sign that says to do it. In Florida, all the signs say stay off the dunes.
Well, it appears that they have trails for us. You can tell most of our beach experience is on the Gulf Coast of Florida. It feels kind of crazy to be here among the dunes hiking out to the beach. It's not something you get to do. Sea oats.
This is beautiful. You need to film this cresting. Oh my God. Wow, I don't want to step in it. It's so pretty.
I think your footprints will be erased in moments. Brown sugar like Virginia Beach. That's pretty cool. And then boom, we're out here separated from the campsite by the big dunes. Very cool.
We came out here because the van's not winterized and we just wanted to escape the cold front, but it just goes to show that even the most kind of ridiculous adventures can just be so much fun. I am loving seeing the Atlantic coast again, even though it's 40 degrees out today. And I never would have guessed that I would want to be out here in this kind of weather, but it's beautiful.
Getting ready to do tank duty at the Oregon Inlet and get to watch the Coast Guard helicopter take off and land back here. That's a new dump station feature. Must be doing practice takeoffs and landings. I got my own fun. We're just leaving Oregon Inlet Campground. We had a great time camping there. It was right on the beach, super cool. We just stopped at the Bodie Island Light House, which is nearby. Grabbed a lapel pin. We collect these. Got quite a few of them now. Don't call me a nerd. And there's one more thing on the island before we're really on the way back to Virginia. Is in Kitty Hawk, where the Wright Brothers flew their plane for the first time. I think as Ohioans, it's only right that we stop and visit the place where other Ohioans have visited before, and we're on the way there now.
Will you show them what the cat is doing?
The cat is just chilling. What's wrong? You got a problem?
I can't believe he's riding up there. We're going to 55 miles per hour.
It's a testament to these federally maintained national park roads. They're smooth.
I love that we can see the ocean from here.
That was cool. Watch a plane take off right next to the original flight line. Welcome to the Wright Brothers Memorial on top of Kill Devil Hill. And right below us is where they first flew the powered glider, or well, powered plane.
You look a little silly with your camera pointed straight up like that.
Well, it's straight up.
I like this side.
Now I'm doing it.
You can tell facing this direction, the wind is just a nice steady breeze coming right in your face. We're walking right up to the place where the Wright brothers launched their 1903 flight, and the markers that show you how far they made it each time. You can see why they chose this location. And of course the hill behind us where they launched the gliders. Well, we successfully evaded the cold front, and the nighttime temperatures for our last 2 weeks in Richmond are looking much more friendly. Adventures like this one remind us how important it is to stay flexible, to keep an eye on the weather, and to work with nature to find the special moments that make our travels so memorable. At the beginning of December, we'll be leaving for Sandy's next travel nursing contract in New Braunfels, Texas, just outside of San Antonio. We're both very excited to be headed back out west, and we'll be vlogging our journey as we leave Virginia and celebrate completing our second year living in the van. If you liked this video, I hope you'll follow along as we experiment with daily videos through December. Come learn about the real day-to-day of our style of van life and what it's like to move across the country every few months. Thanks for watching.
I know the van's back there somewhere. There it is.
Act naturally. Everyone act natural.
Act natural.
Autumn has been beautiful here in Virginia, but with December coming and daylight savings time, the cat just ruined the whole take. Just get up here and lay down.
I told you not to pick with him. Look at the mice. You see the mice?
Never work with children or pets.